Hey everyone, Tracy Cousineau here with one of my best friends, Hollie Kitchens, and we are here to talk to you about elevating your business at Elevate Live 2021 in Atlanta. And I'm so excited to share the stage with you. And throughout the years, we've just evolved so much about branding and really just being the community influencer in the industry of so many different industries that we help people with. So I'm gonna give you the live feed and let you talk to them a couple nuggets about what you're going to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. Tracy, I'm so excited and privileged for sure for the invite and sharing this stage, not only with you, but so many other thought leaders. I mean, you've got Ryan Stewman keynoting, you got John Chaplock keynoting, you've got so many other incredible people like my girl, Veronica Figueroa. There's just so much talent in this room. And when I saw the lineup, I was like, oh my gosh, what has Tracy done? Like she is just going all out. There's nothing held back. And what I really enjoyed about this is when we were talking about and you had asked me to speak, it was like made very clear it's not going to be, there's no sales, there's no nothing, there's literally just pure content. And that's why I was like, yes, I love that. So I'm super excited to be speaking to you guys about expanding your digital footprint. And it's it's so easy. And Tracy, you know this too, just being in real estate for as long as you have, it's so easy for us in real estate or any other entrepreneur businesses, especially if we work for somebody or under the umbrella of a company name. It's so easy for us to be is consumed in marketing that franchise. For instance, maybe it's Remax, maybe it's EXP, maybe it's Coldwell Banker, maybe whatever the case may be that you're with, maybe it's KW. People are so caught up in just pushing their name that they forget to build their own personal brand. They forget to build the brand within the brand, because at the end of the day, it's great that you're with a company that you love and trust. But at the end of the day, if you're not building differentiation for yourself, there's not what's going to be different from you and somebody else. Because nowadays we all are trained to go to Google to search. And I'll be honest, like last year I went to my hairstylist. It was a new time for me to visit her. And before I even sat in her chair, she was already asking me about my podcast. Now, get it. We were not friends on Facebook. There was nothing connecting us, complete strangers. So that immediately told me, like, she Googled me and to see who exactly was sitting in her chair and who she was styling. So that's just a classic example of whenever you guys are going to these business meetings, whenever you're meeting with a potential new team member, maybe you're meeting with a buyer or seller, 9 times out of 10, they've already have a first impression of you before you walk through that door. And that first impression is probably going to be Google, social media, some sort of search. So why not play offense to this and be super intentional and strategic in building your online presence and brand? So that's really what I'm going to be kind of talking about. And for those who know me, I am very much a DIY person. I love to be resourceful. I love for organic reach, if you will. So almost 99.9% of these methods are going to be free ways that everyone can immediately implement to really start growing their digital footprint and being intentional. Because, with technology, the great thing is we already should have an online presence. If you have a social media account, Google your name will pop up in the search for that. But it's going to be taking it a step further and dialing in on ways that we can look at and be coming up as the expert that we are. At the end of the day, we can be the best of the best, but at the end of the day, the best marketer is going to win. The person who has positioned themselves best online will win. So I'm super excited to take everyone through some tips from Google to LinkedIn to Facebook to Instagram to all those great places that will be expanding your digital footprint to be intentionally on your brand, be in alignment with who you are, congruent. Personal branding, as we all know, personal branding is going to be a splice of what you're good at professionally and then also what makes you unique. So blending those together. And yeah, I'm just super excited, Tracy.
I'm excited. That's such a great topic.
Yeah.
Just that's like totally an elevator in any business is really just, what is your brand is your image. And it does start online. You build rapport before you actually build rapport, if that makes sense. So you're building a rapport with that first impression image. So can you imagine, my biggest thing is like when I did this whole entire rebrand footprint after the Great Recession, I was just like, man, after I look back later, I was like, as a person and leader I am today versus, the stuck in the rug person that was before the Great Recession, stuck in, in an environment of just a lot of like noise in different places. And going through the Great Recession and coming out of it, looking back, I was like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't have done business with me. And so it's just really looking at that, and and it's being vanilla. It's showing up and representing really who you should be and who you are, instead of some other like lost person or fake person or trying to keep up with everybody else. And it all comes back to that brand image, and really going and dialing through all of that. I would recommend that before anybody shows up for the event, that they go clean out a lot of their stuff, so they're not having to do it later after they learn all this new great stuff from you. Is really just being prepared on all social outlets and platforms, because that's where the consumer goes. If I were going to go buy something, I'm going to look at the reviews. I'm going to look at the people that I'm going to be in contact with there. Then I'm going to go look online and see how they act online. Are they going to be fake just because they want the sale? Or are they going to show up as their trueness and who they really are? And I think that's very important. Who I am is who I am every day. I just had an episode with Oliver a little while ago, who's going to be speaking at the event. He's like, what should I wear? And I was like, you wear what you have on right now. I have this like Free People sweatshirt on, and it's made to look whatever, like my camera's backwards. It's made to look like it's inside out, right? Yeah. And I'm like, I bet people think, oh, Tracy's got her sweatshirt on inside out. Well, I keep my house on 65, so that's why I need a sweatshirt.
It's always cold.
It's probably really hot outside. But I'm like, no, this is just really the way it's made. Yeah. And maybe I'll just wear this to the event, because I'm going to show up in who I am, and I'm going to show up in a stuffy suit and be different. So that's how you have to show up online. And I'm really excited to see all the stuff that you're going to bring to the table. To really help others grow. And at the end of the day, like Hollie said, is this event totally is not for sales and recruiting like all these other events that we go to. It's really just to pour in to the industry. The industry's been, we went through COVID last year. Yes, we were essential business, but nobody really got out to learn. We all, all brokerages come out and say, oh, I'm the best trainer. We got the best coaching. We got the best this, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of it is so old. And a lot of people haven't sold real estate in a long time that are teaching these classes and training and all that. So, we're all in the mix. We're all in the day-to-day grind of this industry. And it's very important to really collaborate and network back and give back to the industry, because we don't know where the industry is going. And so if we can't show up together and collaborate together and network, believe me, there is a shortage of houses. There are plenty of houses that people need to buy. They're still building. There's enough business for everyone. And so why don't we help and rise other people to elevate in their businesses? Because at the end of the day, it all comes back.
100%. And I'm Googling something real quick, so don't think I'm just like, checking social media. But you made a great point, because last year in 2020, according to Statistica, that's just the first thing that pops up in Google, 6.5 million homes were sold last year. There's no way on earth, Tracy, I know as much of as badass as you are, you could not sell personally 6.5 million homes. So it's all about abundance, all about collaboration. It's all about community over competition. And I think it's such a great thing happens when you start having an abundant mindset. I know so many people that seeing friendships get ruined just because they're so scarcity and they're so negative. It's just a great thing. So I'm super excited to share with you guys all some branding tips that'll help elevate your brand, elevate you and your business. And I personally can't wait to learn as well from the other speakers, because it's one heck of a lineup for sure.
Oh yeah. I'm going to try and be front row.
Love it. And guys, too, make sure, get that VIP. This is a shameless plug, but get that VIP pass so you guys can have lunch with us.
I know. That's what I was saying earlier on one of the other lives. I was like, oh my gosh, like as many conferences and stuff that I've gone to, it's not really offered.
No,
go and mingle for 45 minutes. Usually the speakers like disappear, and you don't have time to be able to chat, but nobody that's at this event has ego that they're going to go hide and not speak to people and network. So we're going to give back. That's what we're there for. So we're going to go sit and lunch in a ballroom with anybody that buys the VIP ticket and like ask questions, sponge off, like ask everything you need to ask during these 2 days we're here to give you free advice. We're here to help you with guidance and walk your hands through whatever we can to help you elevate wherever you need to, or give you advice if it's something that maybe you don't even know. You know, I always say every day, like, I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah.
And so that's what you're here to learn, is what you don't know, or how to move a little bit of maybe of something that you know to something bigger, or what's stopping you, what's getting in the way. Because I know I've had a lot of fears and, you know, didn't take a lot of risk before. What finally pushed me over that edge, you know, and I only had $156 in my checking account after the Great Recession. So, you know, it took a lot of grind, a lot of hustle, and a lot of belief in yourself to be, you know, at my point, a single mom of 3 kids with $156 to my name. And it was probably needed to be paid on a utility. And I was like, nope, I got to go buy this. You know, the things that got my business going was social media. It was the things that you talk about.
It
you
is.
know, my first year back, within the first, you know, 6-7 months, you know, $14 million in sales free on social media.
And that's the key too. It's like, you know, if you are having an excuse not to attend this event, maybe it's because you do only have $156. I mean, invest the $47. And I said invest, I did say spend. Because, you know, Tracy, and that's a great thing too, is like we all come from humble beginnings. Listen, I feel like from all the people I know that are speaking personally, and you're so spot on. Like, these are free ways that are proven ways that I personally have done business with. I know you just said you personally have done business with, and there's just no way for you guys not to take advantage of it. It's free. It's a way to really create a solid foundation for your name. You get to the point where people are like, they don't even have to ask you who you are, because they've already, you have it all strategically laid out online so that they already know who you are. And the key to that too is authenticity. Like you said too, you can't be fake one way and then, you know, show up. We all know those people we've been our Facebook friends with, and then we met them in person. We're like, you don't look or act anything like you do online. So I'm super excited and I cannot wait. Thrilled and honored to share stage with you, Tracy, and just, yeah, super excited about next week.
You too. And so get your ticket, elevatelive2021.com. We have a few tickets left for the VIP lunch. We only reserved a smaller ballroom so that we can make it more intimate. So there are only a few tickets left for the VIP lunch. And I think every ticket is, everybody's moving to that VIP. And I'm like, I got to close the room on that. So if you want to get in, please try and get in tonight. If not, I'm going to have to close it for tomorrow so that the event hotel will be able to know how much food they're going to be preparing for those 2 days of lunch. So elevatelive2021.com. Come with your team, come alone, just come and be prepared to learn a lot. See y'all soon.
Bye. See you guys next week.
Bye, girl. See you soon.